Hi, my name is Judy Mertz, a designer with Anti-Speeds, and I will be illustrating wire wrapping pendants. The tools needed for this project today are your chain nose pliers, your nylon pliers, your bill making pliers, your flush cutter, mallet, anvil, and the gauge of wire of your choice. So what I have today for materials is approximately a 30mm pendant. It's a semi-precious stone. I tend to like to work with that product. And I'm illustrating with a 20 gauge artistic non-tarnished silver wire, which is what I prefer. I greatly prefer using this kind of wire because it gives really beautiful results and it stays pretty a really long time. So I'm going to illustrate how you go ahead and hang a pendant that's made with a hole in the top and how you attach that to your necklace. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to immediately put the pendant on like this. Okay. And I'm going to make a really short end here because this is going to end up being the bail in the end. So I'm just going to make a nice straight upward mark and I'm going to straighten it with my fingers to make it nice and straight like this. Okay. I'm going to take the back side and I'm leaving it on my spool so that I have the tension I'm going to need to wrap the pendant here in just a minute. You want to be able to hold on to the wire nice and tight, and the best way to do that is to keep it on your spool. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to get it relatively snug to the pendant without rubbing against it. So to do that, I'm going to use my fingers and I'm going to wrap the part that's on the spool around the wire that's straight up and down, just like this. Okay. You're using your fingers. I prefer to use my fingers because I'm not going to scar the wire in using my fingers. If you use a tool, you could possibly do that. So if you use your fingers, you're using a 20 gauge wire. If you use your fingers, it's easy to really manipulate the wire and you have a really prettier result. Okay. So then I'm going to take and I'm going to push down the little loop I just made. I'm going to push it down just a little bit with my fingers. There we go. And I'm going to wrap the front just by using the shape of my pendant, just like this. I'm just going to wrap it. I'm going to go around it like this. So it's going to be whatever shape you have, you're just going to want to wrap that shape. Just get it nice and close. Okay. And once you get the shape you like, you're going to work harden it on your anvil in just a second. Okay, so that's about the shape I have. Just run your fingers along there and shape it with your fingers. Okay. Now I'm going to get my anvil. This is a little close quarters, but I promise this is going to give you really pretty results. So now you have your anvil. You're going to get your mallet, and you're just going to hammer that shape into your wire. This work hardens your wire so that it is prepared to stay in the shape that you want it to. You use a mallet so that it doesn't scar your wire. There you go. I'll see now when you put it back up against your pendant, it's retained its shape. See? And then I'm going to cut it off and I'm going to add a twist on the end to the front. Okay. I'm going to take my round nose plier and I'm going to do a little coil and just wrap it right into my pendant. See, it's just a loose coil that goes around your pendant. And then when I get done, this is going to stand up a little bit. Okay. So then we're going to finish the bail. Okay. So now the bail is just going to be a loop. So I'm going to bring this down a little bit. And I'm going to use my chain nose a little to bring it down. There we go. Just like that. And you'll want to massage the wire just a little bit to get it exactly where you want it. You've work hardened it, but it's still going to be a little malleable, so that's good. There we go, like that. Okay, so then you're going to straighten up. Straighten this part up. There we go. And you're going to make your bail. So I've already have my necklace strung, and I want to put my pendant on. So I'm going to go ahead and make my loop, but I'm not going to close my loop until I put it on my necklace. So I'm going to bring it forward a little. Bring it around my bail, making plier. And I want to get as much of that circle made before I put it on my necklace so that I have it just the way I want it. Okay. See, it's not closed yet because I'm going to put it on my necklace. I'm going to feed it on. Make sure it's facing the way you want it to face. And bring it on around. And then you're just going to twist it, coil it around the straightened part. Now what you might want to do is you might want to put your bail making plier back in there. The smaller part, not the part you use to make your bail, but the smaller one, because you're just using that to give you tension so that you can make it go around without any problem. And then you just follow it all the way around. I usually do 3 times. You can do as many times as you like. And I will straighten it with my nylon plier. Okay. And then with this end, you can do many different things. You can continue to wrap, or you can make a second loop, or you can just make another little twist. In the opposite direction. And then I just shore it up to make sure I have it exactly where I want it by using my fingers. There is your pendant attached to your necklace.